Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Payoff Pitch presented by Fantasy Phenom. I'm Kyle. I will be joined by Mike as he gets off work. But for the time being, I'm solo. I hope you guys are having a wonderful early afternoon combination slate type thing. I know over at the Phenoms, at least I speak for myself when I say I am, and I hope that the rest, I know some of the other Phenoms are as well. Shout out to David DeDermott. He is holding down PGA for the Phenoms today. I got to make sure I mention him. Currently in first place. So shout out to everyone over in the Golf Channel holding things down. What is up, Shane, Antoine, Flippin', AJ? Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Not quite a mother yet, but hopefully, just kidding. Uh-oh, Keith has got his farming done today. Look out. Watch out for Keith. It means he's got research under his belt. We've seen him win money without research. Just waiting to see and get everyone in here. I see Mr. Clint in here. Clint is killing it. Hey, Clint, I'm interested as well. I want to know what were your thoughts on Jose Barrios coming into today. I told a lot of people don't stack the Indians in Slack for the reason of, I know last year he struggled in his short time in the majors, so he didn't look good on the sheets, but I know the kid has electric stuff, and I know you kind of monitor all the minor guys, so I'm interested on what your thoughts were on him going in, if you played him, and whether you played the Indians. I see Keith in here. So I personally, I made actually a last-minute line, literally a minute before lock, and I threw Jose Barrios in a line just because I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a waiver on him. And that line is currently cashing. We'll see if it does. He's in line for a win if he stays up. Obviously, Carlos Martinez. And then what about Chris Sale, man? Chris Sale balled out again. I know he gave up a couple home runs, but still did his thing. So, for those of you, if you have not viewed the sheets yet today, I love it, Keith. I love it. If you have not looked at the sheets today, got a couple new additions. Obviously, we have added salary for both FanDuel and DraftKings. It's divided by the mark right here. And also FanDuel and DraftKings positions on the game sheets. Now, for those players that have dual eligibility, I have marked the slash the opposite way. So the slash going down to your right is the difference between FanDuel and DraftKings. And obviously, if they have dual eligibility, you'll then see the two positions after that first one. So just keep that in mind. We've also added the pricing to the pitchers tab. This is all recommendations from the Slack group, so shout out to you guys. And then we've also added the best home run capability sheet. So it's literally no different than the other one, other than I have sorted it for you guys by the top percentage chance of home run on the slate. So if you're looking to use that as a one-off kind of tool, right, you're just gonna, like, all right, I've got my stacks down, I just need a one-off. Bam, go to that sheet, you see the top guys available, and go from there. I actually already have used it. I used it today. So hopefully everything works out with that. Oh, let's see. Diaz hasn't done anything yet. Sano's up. I need a jack from Sano. I think that's coming. Dan Ortero is terrible. So let's see if that happens. For Philly and Washington, we have the two starters that were supposed to pitch yesterday. It does not look like there's a sort tab on the sheets. How lazy do you think we are? The two starters that were set to go yesterday are back at it again. No rain concern. Nick Pivetta for Philadelphia and Tanner Roark. Tanner Roark is a guy I was looking at rostering yesterday, and I can still look at him today. He is not my top option on the slate, but I am not going to stack against him with Philadelphia today. Not a lineup I want to mess with. Tommy Joseph and Aaron Altier are two guys I would consider rostering. Altier is hot, but personally not going to attack Roark, and on the flip, not going to play Roark. There's just other options I like more. And anytime there's more than three pitchers I like more than a guy, he kind of automatically falls out of my player pool. Just especially from a FanDuel perspective, doesn't make sense. What's up, Jason? What's up, Jeremy? Rourke and Cahill are being talked up by Rotogrinders. That is perfect, my friend. I'm on neither. So, looks like a good night ahead. On the Washington side, absolutely think we can tack Nick here. High hard contact so far. 50% of the balls hit against him have been hard. So, get you some Washington bats. I'm looking at a two-man stack here of Trey Turner and the one Bryce Harper. So, that is where I am looking today. I have zero issue with Zimmerman or Murphy. However, I'm just going to do that two-man with Turner and Harper. Let's see. Hold on. We got 2-3-2 pitches here. Let's see what's going on with Diaz. Foul ball and Sano. Foul ball. Awesome. All right. Atlanta and Miami. This is not projected to be a high-scoring game. Edison Volquez and Julio Teheran. Now, Miami, I think, is a stackable offense today. Teheran, we know, gives it up to lefties. I think that's been discussed and covered numerous times on the show and in Slack. And I don't think it's any surprise that the lefties are in play today. Sano, get out. All right, good, out of play. Diaz. Foul again. So the two guys I'm looking at, Derek Dietrich is still mad cheap on FanDuel. He's still 2,500. I'm going right back there today. I'm not missing this train again. Almost no risk involved with playing him. So give me some Derek Dietrich, and then I can look at Stanton. I mean, Stanton is Stanton, and then Justin Bour. Justin Bour is that other guy I want, man. So Justin Bour, Derek Dietrich. I know it's a separated stack. I also can look at. Damn it, Sano struck out. Let's go, Diaz. Come on, I need something from you. Yelich is someone I can definitely look at as well. However, just not personally going there. Going to stick with that two-man of Dietrich and Justin Bour. Not going to roster either of the pitchers as well. I think you can make a case for Volquez. However, not on my radar. His strikeouts are way up this year, though, so that is something to watch. However, the hard contact is also up, so I see a lot of risk involved. New York and Milwaukee, Robert Zellman. This guy, I think, is having a lot of bad luck so far. So his fly ball rate is right in line with his career numbers. I mean, he's given up one in 5 hit balls are fly balls. That is a low mark, and that's kind of where we want. Hold on, it looks like my sheets have off-centered here. Let's fix that. Definitely not what we want. Damn it, Diaz. Got to make sure you guys can see the entire sheet. Jason says, nah, he's not having bad luck. No, the reason I say I think he's having bad luck is he has a really low fly ball rate, but yet he's given up a ton of home runs. Over his career, he's never profiled as a guy that gives up a ton of home runs. So I think you can expect that number to fall. I don't think he is a great player, but he shouldn't be giving up this many home runs. Is kind of what I'm getting at. But that does not remove him from stackability against. So I think Eric Thames, obviously in play, no doubt about that. Travis Shaw, absolutely. Keon Broxton, Jonathan VR. I mean, there is a Milwaukee stack to be made here. Zach Davies, I think, is a guy that is due for some regression. All of his numbers this year are worse than his career. Yet he is having the best start to the year he's had. His WOB is way up. His fly ball percentage is up. His hard contact is up. His home runs per nine are up. But yet he's having the best year or the best start to the year. And I think people may look to roster him. And I personally am staying away from that. Payoff pitch with Kyle and Mike sometimes. Mike will be here. He's just, he's doing his saving lives thing. So, from the Mets, I think you can look at attacking Davies. I really do. I think Conforto, Bruce, Walker. I mean, TJ Rivera is still in play. Granderson. There is, again, a stack to be made here from New York in Milwaukee, Hitters Park. So I don't think there's any reason to fear Zach Davies today. I think a Mets stack is in play. However, we do know the Mets are very much hit or miss. They're going to score 10 runs or they're not going to score at all. So take your chance. Jason, so Giselman only pitched half a year. I know. I'm not saying, I know he's only pitched half a year, but typically when you give up a really low fly ball rate, those home runs aren't coming. That's kind of what I'm getting at. San Diego and Chicago. So Trevor Cahill is having a amazing year. Amazing. We talk about that elite combination of strikeouts and ground balls, and he's got it right now. He's always been a good ground ball pitcher. He has upped his strikeouts. In turn, that has lowered his average against him, lowered his WOBA against him. He's even, kind of brought down his hard contact against him in some cases. So there's a reason Cahill is chalk. There is a reason he's being talked up. And this Chicago team is not fantastic. However, let's bring up the Chicago stats over the last 9 games. Over the last 7 days versus right-handed pitching. Nice. Berrios is pitching beautifully right now. I'm loving this. I love this kid, man. I think he is going to have a bright future. What's he at point-wise? Nice. All right, so Chicago White Sox over the last 7 days versus right-handed pitching are very much middle of the pack. They're striking out less than 20% of the time, got a 300 WOBA and a 120 ISO against right-handed pitching. So those low strikeout numbers don't make me really want to attack Trevor Cahill. Don't make me want to jump on Trevor Cahill, especially knowing he'll be chalk. I don't find myself like jumping to that. On the reverse, man, Dylan Covey is bad. So there is definitely a stack to be made. We just gotta find it, and I think if you make a San Diego stack, it's got to have Schimpf in it. I think you make the case for having Austin Hedges in it. Probably your typical suspects, man. So Larte, who bats switch, so he'll be lefty. So Larte, Schimpf, Hedges, Will Myers, I would go there personally. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Covey's awful bad, absolutely. Yeah. Jose loves a San Diego 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Watch out for Luis Garcia, by the way. He's not doing bad, man. Hit 2 home runs yesterday. I think this guy could have a little bit of a bright future ahead of him. He's still mad cheap, so if you want to attack Cahill, attack the chalk. I think you look at Garcia, Cabrera, Abreu. That's kind of where I go. I really like, actually, if you go a wraparound with Tyler Saladino. Saladino, Garcia, Cabrera, Abreu. That's kind of where I would go. Baltimore, Kansas City. Chris Tillman, obviously, only had one start to the year so far. And Nate Carnes, who has done very, very well to start the year. And his price is starting to climb. Do I want to attack Baltimore with Nate Carnes? No. Nate Carnes still has that home run vulnerability, and Baltimore still has power, and they hit right-handed bats much, much better. Shocking that I like Saladino. You know I like Saladino, man. Another K for Martinez. Let's go. Yeah, man, I think both these pitchers. I think Tillman is in play. He's always been a fly ball pitcher in his career so far. Ks don't blow you away, but this Kansas City offense is pretty bad right now. So Tillman is in play for me from a GPP standpoint. I think there are worse plays. However, he's not. I'm not going to play him. I just think he is in play. So take that how you will. Yo, I'm right outside of cash in these GPPs. My cash games, I'm looking solid. I don't think there's going to be any trouble there. Right outside of cash in these GPPs. Need me a hit from Vargas and Kepler, and I'll be looking good, man. Carnes looks good. His stuff looks electric. Yeah, dude, Carnes is definitely pitching really well this year. So I can see why people are on him. I just don't think I want to attack Baltimore. Isn't he reverse splits? Yes, he is. Jose brings up a good point. He is. He's much worse versus righties, and of course we all know that Baltimore's righty friendly. So again, that just further adds to the point of me really not wanting to use Carnes today. So I think both these pitchers are off the table. You can make a case to stack Baltimore, absolutely. If you do that, I think you go Jones, Machado. It's hard not to put Chris Davis in that stack if you're going to do it. But Trumbo, Mancini. If you're not going to play Davis, I think you look at Mancini. Another K for Martinez. Let's go. By the way, I just want to throw this out there. I don't know what he's at right now. 35, okay. Martinez was the highest projected pitcher of ours. Obviously, Sale is going to take home that title, but Martinez looks like he's going to finish with the second highest score. So sheets were on point again. Oakland, Texas. Disappointed quite a few people yesterday. Everyone was on Oakland. I was not. I was safe. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to attack Cashner. Now Nick Martinez is a guy I think we can attack, but who are we going to attack him with? That's the problem. And this Oakland team has kind of cooled off a little bit. So where would I go? I think Matt Joyce. If you're going to attack Martinez, Matt Joyce has to be in that discussion. Jed Lowry. Chris Davis is always, going to be an option. And Yonder Alonso. So I think if I'm going to do it, I attack with 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't find myself stacking Oakland today. I think if I'm going to do it, I do a two-man of Joyce Davis, Lowry Davis, Davis Alonso, somewhere in that realm. Rosales is a cheap second base option, but I'm going to go with Dietrich over Rosales today. Yeah, Lowry's price is still $2,500, so exactly. So here's your problem. Do you play Lowry or do you play Dietrich on FanDuel? Right? Same price. So kind of make your decision there. I think it depends on the stack you make. If you have like I do, I have Bohr. I think I pair him with Dietrich, but Lowry's definitely he kills him most of the time. On the reverse, Texas, I think there is a stack to be had here. Damn it, Vargas just lined out. Who do I look at? I think Chirinos is really, really interesting batting cleanup today. Sonny Gray, again, another guy that's reverse splits, gives up more fly balls. less strikeouts, higher home run, almost twice as many home runs per 9 to righties. So Chirinos is interesting to me. Napoli's interesting. I think I still go Gallo. Gallo is Gallo, right? I'm not really worried about Sonny's splits in that situation. So I think we can definitely look there. Mike just texted me. He will be on about 3:20ish. So that's cool. I'm chilling. Got all you guys to keep me company. Sharp action is on the under in this game. It's interesting. Interesting. Chirinos versus Rupp. Chirinos, hands down. I go Chirinos over Rupp, especially versus Tanner Roark. So, yeah, that's kind of where I look. I don't think I stacked this game. I currently only have Chris Davis in one lineup, and that's it from Oakland. I do have Chirinos in both my lineups that I've made, and I have Joey Gallo. Yes! Max Kepler just hit a home run. Yes! That's going to put Kyle in all the cash. Yes. Sorry, I'm excited right now. That's going to put Kyle in all the cash. As long as everything holds up, add a Martinez win, a Barrios win to that other line. We're looking good. And he was low owned. So in the lines I didn't have him, yes, let's go. It was a solo shot, yes, sir. All right. Hopefully Barrios goes back out there, pitches the 7th. Or sorry, the 6th. Get him a quality start. Get him that win. Yo, by the way, Kepler was the second highest rated twin on the home run sheet. Just saying. It said to stack twins today. Just got to throw that out there for my phenoms that stack the twins using those sheets. So Chirinos and Gallo. Again, it's a weird stack today. It's a weird two-man, but that's where I'm going. Now, to the late games. This is where my pitchers are. Los Angeles, Colorado, Alex Wood. Alex Wood. Remember that name. He is 6,400 on FanDuel. Severely depressed price because it's in Coors. Jump on that. Please. Him and Taijuan Walker are the two guys I'm on today. Please. Alex Wood, man, this dude is having a fantastic year. High strikeouts, no home runs, great. So we talk about low hard contact, not a lot of fly balls. Another guy that's about 1 in 10 balls hit are hard and in the air. Great combination. 215 WOBA against him, man. Yeah, 6,800 on DraftKings. I think that's cheap. I don't play DraftKings often, but I'm really interested when Mike jumps on. I want to hear his take on Alex Wood because I think he's going to be on him like I am. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Tyler Anderson is another guy that is intriguing. He's already pitched well against the Dodgers this year, if I'm not mistaken. We know the Dodgers' history versus lefties. However, they have obviously been trying to combat that with Gutierrez sliding into that fourth hole. You got Kiki Hernandez, who definitely he's red right here. Name is different, so his numbers aren't going to populate. I think you can look at Chris Taylor leading off. So there's enough guys on this Dodger lineup to not. Yeah, sharp action is on the under on this game. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Alex Wood. You heard this name. So Alex Wood today. Don't sleep on him. But there's enough Dodger bats to scare me away from Tyler Anderson. I don't stack the Dodgers. I actually currently don't have a Dodger in either of my two lines. But it's not enough for me to play Tyler Anderson. Let's put it that way. So that's where I'm at. On the Rocky side, obviously not going to stack against him. If you want to attack Alex Wood, I think you look at Ian Desmond. I think you look at Arenado. And you look at Mark Reynolds. Those three. But if you're not going to play them, I think Alex Wood is a very fine play today. Very, very fine play. Pittsburgh and Arizona. I think an Arizona stack is going to be chalky again. Trevor Williams is someone we can attack. High fly ball rate. Already given up home runs this year, I know. Small sample size, but Gregor Blanco is interesting leading off. He's not going to get you a home run most likely. I mean, I'll say that, and he'll end up going and get you one, and it'll be even better. But mad cheap, leading off, fits a stack. Blanco, Peralta, Goldschmidt. Blanco, Peralta, Goldschmidt, Lamb. Blanco, Peralta, Lamb, Thomas. I think you can look in a ton of different places here, up and down this lineup. Drury's in play. So, just so many places you can go. I personally find myself fading Goldschmidt for the price. And then I can build. Peralta's only 3K on FanDuel. We know he eats righties up, man. Situation and matchup. I feel you, Jeff. I'm just telling you, GPP standpoint, bro. Alex Wood, I think there's not a higher pitcher, or not a better pitcher with higher upside. So that's where I'm at. Let's go, Barrios. God, he is having a fantastic game. I'm telling you guys. This kid is going to be special. 6 innings and not even 85 pitches yet. Lomo and Betts. Yeah, Lomo let me down as well, my friend. I feel that. Yo, how about, hey, Charlie, how about that Buster Posey home run? That dude wanted to do it. Alex Wood is definitely not trash. And Colorado also does not crush left-handed bats. In fact, they are a much better team against righties. But feel free to form your own opinion, sir. We can agree to disagree on that. Alex Wood is one of my favorite plays. But yo, Charlie, how about that Buster Posey home run yesterday, man? He wanted to do that Joey Batista bat flip. He saw that thing gone. 17th inning. Squirrel on the field. All right, so yeah, Polanco, Peralta, Tomas. I personally find myself having a two-man of Peralta and Tomas right now. I like Drury again. Drury's getting hot. Definitely can look there. Yeah, Rocky's definitely better versus righties. Agree, Steve. Polanco was at the plate. Truth, Charlie, truth. Uh-oh, someone just hit a double. I don't know who. Scott Schebler, it looks like, hit a double. Not a fan of that. So that's where I'd go on the Arizona side. Now, again, I'm on Taijuan Walker today against this bad Pittsburgh offense, man. I saw that, Jags. So I'm on me some Taijuan Walker today, absolutely. There's not a lot of guys in this lineup that scare me right now. Polanco hitting that 4 spot probably is the one concern I have. Adam Frazier leading off can get on base, but not a power threat. Harrison, not a power threat, I don't think. Andrew McCutchen is cold as ice. David Freese, much better versus lefties, well documented. Josh Bell is a power threat, so you can make that case. But other than that, I mean, you got 3 guys that are a legit threat in this lineup to me. Pair that with their strikeouts of almost 30% over the last 7 days versus righties. Taijuan Walker has K upside. So that's kind of where I'm at, man. Give me some Taijuan Walker today. Those are the 2 pitchers I have everywhere, Walker and Wood. So promise you, those are who I'm playing. With that said, not a Pittsburgh stack and play for I. Sorry, I'm just watching this squirrel run around on the field here. It's quite interesting. All right. Detroit and LA. Hold on 1 second here.
And now 5, we're going to chase the squirrel through a doorway down the left field line. At least that's the hope. There's a door open under the down the left field line.
Oh, no, he jumped his stand.
He picked it up in the stand.
Bam. All right, now it's good. So Daniel Norris is someone I think we can attack, and Ricky Nolasco is someone we can also attack, who has been having a good year, but well, at least he struck out 8 last time. I think he's attackable. So we mentioned guys with high fly ball rates. Will Alex Wood's ownership be down because of the Colorado? Yeah, I don't see his ownership being high at all, especially with Cahill on the slate and not a lot of pitching to go. I think people are just going to be happy with Cahill and go from there. So I really like Mike Trout today. I really like Marte, actually. And I like Pujols. So I think a 2-3-4 for... And you know what? Why is Marte listed twice? That is definitely incorrect here. Hold on. Let me fix this situation. Nice. Barrios got out of it. This Angels lineup is Marte, Calhoun, Simmons, Maben. Bam. That's where I'm going. So yeah, Trout, Pujols, Marte. I kind of like Maldonado as well down in this 9-hole as a cheap catcher. So you can look there if you want to stack Angels against Norris. I think it's in play. And then Nolasco's definitely in play, man. Gives up home runs to righties, and I mean both people, honestly. So Kinsler leading off, Cabrera, Upton, JD Martinez. There is a Tiger stack to be made here. You just got to find those right bats. Obviously, Martinez only his second game back, so find the guy there. Yeah, that's. I find myself. I actually don't have any pieces to this game right now. Most of my lineups are centered around, I'll tell you, the Miami game for the hitters, Texas, Arizona, and Washington. That's where I have myself. Keith asks, only one green name on the home run sheet for Detroit. Yeah. So typically, Keith, what I would say is the home run sheet is more so indicative of the opposing pitcher, right? It factors that in, where these sheets do not. These are strictly, this team's numbers. So for at LA, for example, this is Mike Trout at home versus lefties over the last 2 years, right? Whereas the home run sheet is Mike Trout versus Daniel Norris. So I tend to give more favor to the home run sheet only because the opposing pitcher is directly factored in. Hopefully that double didn't knock me out of a lot of cash. Bumped me out of a little bit, but I'm still cashing. So that's kind of how I would look at it, Keith. I'll give you guys my top 3 pitchers, obviously, before Mike gets on. They're going to be, as you know, Taijuan Walker is number 1 for me. Alex Wood is number 2, and Cahill, I definitely do like Cahill today, so just not going to roster him for that reason, but Cahill is in play. My top stacks of the day, I like a Washington stack of Murphy, Turner, Harper. I currently have Turner and Harper. I love a Miami lefty stack, Dietrich, Yelich, and Bohr. I currently only have Dietrich and Bohr. I think you throw in Stat into that mix as well. I'd like a Arizona stack as well, and that is Peralta and Tomas. I also like Lamb from there, Drury from there, and Blanco leading off. So that is how I would attack those games. I think Trevor Williams probably might be the definite guy to attack tonight, and I full well expect Arizona to be some chalk. St. Louis is just piling on right now. It's going to knock me down a little further, but hopefully we'll recover here. Freddie Freeman is going yard tonight, Jason said. Can't say I'll argue that. Edison Volquez definitely can give it up, so. I got one more chance with these Minnesota bats coming around. I got Dozier, Sano, Vargas still, and Kepler, so hopefully they'll do something. Jags is NCRT Freeman mini stack. I can see that as well. NCRT's still been hot to start the year. Again, never been a power guy, so don't let those numbers fool you. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Just gonna kind of chill until Mike gets on to let him give you guys his opinion and where to go. Who is this? I have Trey Turner in my lines just because he fits perfectly, but he's been so cold. Yeah, no, Trey Turner hasn't been the hottest guy on the earth right now, that's for sure. However, shortstop is bad today. You have Corey Seager at the top on FanDuel for 4,300 versus a lefty. Not exactly too excited about that. Then Trey Turner, Story's obviously gone. Chris Owens not starting. Freddie Galvis, I really don't want to play him against Rourke. As Drupal Cabrera, I guess you could look there. Pat Valaika against Alex Wood, no thank you. Then all the way down to Elvis Andrus, Eric Ibar, Adam Frazier. So I think Turner, for me, was in play by default. Shortstop is just not deep today at all. Keith likes Moose and Hosmer tonight. Sharp action is on KC2. They've won 5 of 6. Royals are super streaky. Dozier, don't strike out. Don't do this. I'll tier one off, yeah. Running Hernan Perez, that's okay. I can get behind that. I definitely like a Milwaukee stack today. I'm testing out this theory of two-man stacks currently. So trying a bunch of two-man stacks. I'll do three-man stacks, absolutely. Not afraid of those. And then finding some more one-offs rather than going with the 4-4 or 3-3-2 approach. Definitely no Julio Teheran. Absolutely no. Hey, Doja walked. What's up, Mike?
Yo, what is going on, Kyle? Phenoms. Sorry, I'm late to the party, man.
It's good, man. I'm chilling.
It's freaking pissing outside today, man, and I'm pissed about it. Over this shit. I'm tired, but I'm ready to play some DFS. Ready to have some baseball. We got a race tonight. We got the fight. We're playing 211. Where are we at? Where are you at?
I'm done. I was waiting for you to get on.
Oh, damn, dude. I'm sorry, man. All right. Well, how do you want to do this? I guess I can just kind of talk about where I'm on today.
So here, let me give you my rundown. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah,
so Philadelphia, Washington. I talked about a Washington stack.
Against Pavetta, and then you on Roark at all, or is Roark chalk at all?
I don't think he's chalk. I definitely like Roark, but not enough to roster him. That makes sense. Like he's not in my top 3 pitchers, and anyone on FanDuel, if there's more than 3 pitchers I like than someone, they automatically are out of the player pool.
Yeah, I would kind of limit it to 5 with DraftKings. You need 2, so that makes sense. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like he doesn't really have the K upside in 13 innings versus the Phillies this year. He's got 6 Ks, and I think yesterday I was kind of on him a little bit more just because we didn't have pitchers on the slate with K upside. But I think today you can kind of find a couple guys. I really am curious to hear about from you guys on what is chalk today since I haven't really been listening. When I first looked at the slate, I went right to Patrick Corbin. I imagine he's probably chalk.
Patrick Corbin's not playing.
Not Corbin. I meant Cahill.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Cahill and damn it, who was the other guy I heard? Cahill and
So is that infirm? Cahill's probably chalk.
Cahill's chalk.
Word. I think I'm gonna pivot to Taijuan Walker against this Pittsburgh team.
That's funny. I was telling them Taijuan Walker is my favorite pitcher on the slate, and then Alex Wood is right behind him.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. I think if Cahill's a chalk, I mean you got Tanner Roark at 91 and Taijuan Walker at 9K. Chris Tillman somehow the most expensive pitcher on the slate. I don't know how much I feel about that. So I think it's an easy pivot from Cahill to Walker. That's what I'm going to go with. But let's get back to this game. I think Washington stats in play. I don't know what the hell to do at shortstop today. So
sorry, Roark is actually cash. Chalk. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that kind of makes sense. I don't know what the hell to do at shortstop today. So I'm considering Trey Turner, even though
that's where I
really haven't played him.
I'm on Trey Turner by default because there's no one else.
By default, yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Trey Turner by default. I don't know. I think I want to. So I guess I'll just breeze through it a little bit. I want to attack Dylan Covey with some San Diego power. Schimpf, Hedges, Myers, the guys that stand out to me. Renfroe as well. Even though a lot of red on this sheet, there's a lot of red for Covey as well, and I think he's definitely one of the pitchers I always go after. Yeah. We know the power that San Diego possesses in a home run ballpark. Definitely some one-offs there. I'm not sure I ever really want to stack San Diego, but I think you're going to find a couple bombs tonight out of that lineup. Guys, I'm also going after. I want to go after Nick Martinez in Texas.
Yes.
With some Oakland bats.
I talked about that. I find myself on Chris Davis only from Oakland. I can make the argument for Joyce, Lowry, Davis, Alonso stack, but nice Cubs home run. Damn it, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy just gives up homers, and so some upside there on this lineup, and so that's why I was thinking perhaps Adam Rosales at shortstop for real cheap. I mean, just another shortstop option on a slate that's really slim at shortstop.
That's fair.
Yeah, I like Chris Davis today as well. I think if I had to pick 5 guys, I think had a good shot at hitting a bomb, he would definitely be in that 5. Other pitchers to attack today, I think this dude for Pittsburgh, not really giving up the hard contact.
Yep, Trevor Williams.
Yeah, so what's your take on an Arizona stack? I'm seeing here Gregor Blancos. What happened to AJ Pollock?
He's just not.
Is he hurt? Please no.
No, he's just not going to start today.
Okay, thank God.
But no,
injury.
Arizona stack's going to be chalk. So.
You think so?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I imagine because I mean,
there's no high price pitcher.
Pollock, the Peralta Pollock thing too did well for me last night. I guess this whole team went off last night, so I imagine that's chalk. All right, so pivot off of the Arizona stack. I think, oh man, I don't know that I'm on Baltimore today against Carnes. I kind of like Carnes. Obviously, we both do.
I'm not on Carnes today. Not against these Baltimore.
But not against Baltimore. But I think that's enough not to stack against him. So there's really, I don't know. I guess Washington, is that the pivot off of Arizona today?
Well, I find myself having 2 Arizona bats and 2 Washington bats. So take that how you will.
Okay, so you're kind of just trying to pick and choose the right guys. That makes sense. Who do you got? You have Goldie?
Nope. Peralta and Tomas.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, I'm starting to learn because the lineup I built today while riding around the ambulance. By the way, if you call for an ambulance, don't freak out when we come. Like, you called for us to get there. Just let us do what we need to do. Anyway, um, you'd be surprised how many people like freak out when you get there. You're not doing anything fast enough. Like, sorry, the world's moving 100 miles an hour in your mind. Anyway, obviously, I'm getting better at this because I have 4-man Arizona stacks. So I'm gonna try and kind of get that down. I had Drury, Goldschmidt, Tomas, and Peralta, so obviously we're on the same page a little bit. I do have Chris Davis in this lineup. I went Schimpf for a one-off, but this lineup's going to need some changes before lock for sure. I just haven't really had the chance to. We're looking at catcher today.
Robinson Chirinos.
I saw your boys in the lineup. I imagine that's where you were going to go.
Yep.
Sonny Gray hasn't been great this year. Could be a sneaky play, I think, however.
The sharp action is on the under in this game if you value that. I have a 2-man of Chirinos and Gallo. That's it.
Yeah, I think he could be a sneaky play. Someone I was looking at as a tournament flyer type of play. His price is really fair for what he's done in the past. He's been not good this year, so I imagine people are going to be off of him. And then another guy I think it could be somewhat sneaky is Alex Wood in Colorado.
Yep, talked about that. Those are my 2 favorite pitchers.
Wood and Sonny Gray?
No, Wood and Walker.
Wood and Walker.
My 2 favorite pitchers on the slate.
No, I think that's a good way to go. I mean, there's not much else to really like down here. I think Gesellman is a little bit interesting against Milwaukee for his price point on DraftKings. He's like one of like the 5th worst price pitcher.
I'm not gonna pitch Gesellman.
I think I'd rather throw out Alex Wood.
I don't think
he's a lefty, right? In Colorado, obviously, I don't know if they struggle, but I definitely rather attack Colorado versus a lefty. There's a lot higher K numbers there. I don't have them in front of me, but I know from researching every day they strike out much more versus lefties. Obviously, the game in Colorado. So for that reason, I feel like he's going to be on. I mean, he's going to be obviously under-owned.
Yep.
Really cheap on DraftKings, too. 6,800. I don't know about FanDuel.
64.
For what he's been doing. I mean, dude's 3-0 this year for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers bats are, lighted up right now. So that does somewhat help the situation. Don't feel super comfortable about pitching Alex Wood, but if it lets me get... Then again, I wanted Arizona stack, so I might be able to pay up. But I don't know who I want to pay up to,
See, I have zero issue paying for Alex Wood. I have him. Not even a concern, like in terms of his, for what he can do. So, especially with a slate where there's no clear cut.
There really isn't.
What are your favorite stacks?
I like Arizona, obviously, but I imagine that a lot of people are going to go right there. What about going after Nolasco? Another guy that gives up the bomb, I think.
Yep, talked about that. Detroit stack.
Nolasco, Martinez, and Covey are the 3 guys I kind of want to go after, so I'll just stick with that as my stacks with Detroit, Oakland, and I don't want to stack San Diego, so I'm not going to say that. I'll go Washington against Pivetta.
You don't want to stack Arizona?
No, I do. I just not if it's chalk. I'd rather just stick with like you said, maybe find 2 players. I don't want a 4-man stack if it's going to be chalk, like I'd have right now.
I wouldn't say a 4-man stack, but I don't think you can avoid Arizona tonight. I think you're going to dig yourself a hole doing that.
Maybe I just stick with it then, man. I mean, my lineup's not bad, so I can.
I just think I think it's good chalk, and I think if they go off again and you don't have them, you're in trouble. I think you have to have a piece of it.
Again, I'm skipping Lamb in the 2 through 6. I have Peralta, Goldie, Tomas, and Drury.
Also don't have Lamb. So, Charlie says Bandy or McCann. Probably Bandy.
Is McCann facing a lefty? Because if that's so...
Nope, he's facing Nolasco.
Yeah, no. Only when he's facing lefties. Dude's got extremely different splits. It's ridiculous. Who's the other one? Bandy against Gazelman. I thought about a Milwaukee stack. I really did. I don't know. I think it's in play today for sure.
All right, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay, man. I have to keep it short and sweet, I guess. There's not really much depth behind these calls. I just been a day for sure.
Good, man. I definitely gave my input where I was at, so.
Curious as I'm about to look at the sheets right now. I mean, I looked at them earlier. I want to see what happened with this run, the pitchers and the run movement. I'm sure that's been updated.
It is.
And sure enough, yes, gives Alex Wood even more of a bump. So I'm going to run with him today. I'm only playing one lineup, so it doesn't really kill me if it doesn't. So I'm excited to see what happens with Alex Wood today. It looks like Nate Carnes is getting a little bit of love from the sheets today. See what happens with that. I got him going in one of my season-long leagues. I'm not really comfortable enough to play him against the bats of Baltimore. Who's Baltimore pitching today?
Chris Tillman.
Tillman, right. First game back for Tillman? Second game back.
Second game.
Yeah, something to watch. I think it feels like every year the Orioles just have this rotation that shouldn't be good, and they're good somehow.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You got Wade Biley and Bundy and Tillman. It's like, on paper, these players don't seemingly feel like great players, but I don't know. It just feels like year after year in a pitcher's ballpark, they're getting lucky with pitching.
That's fair.
I don't like it.
So,
Don't like it.
by the way, if you guys have not already, go check out Jay and Ant's NASCAR video. They have a night race tonight. Also get some good humor.
You got an hour till lock for that, too, so
Go check it out now.
do it now.
Other than that, not much, man. We will be in Slack around, here to help out, and chop it up and get things knocked out. So we will talk to you guys a little later. Good luck and have a profitable Saturday. Remember, no show tomorrow, no shows on Sundays, and Monday is up in the air right now. I have 2 finals in the afternoon, so we will see if I am back in time for a show. I will keep you guys updated, but do not be surprised if Monday does not have a show either.
Yep. Either way, I'll be off in Slack, so we'll be chopping it up until lock, just like we always do.
So, all right, guys. Well, good luck and have a wonderful day.
Later, guys. Good luck.